So, I just watched The Suicide Squad last night, and all I can say is this is the movie we should have gotten back in 2016. Because it's everything the first movie was trying to be, but just so much more. It's funny, it's gory, well shot, creative, honestly very beautiful at times too, and emotional. Having James Gunn be the writer and director was the best choice Warner could have made. With his vast knowledge of Marvel and DC characters, let's be honest, how many people really know who the fuck Double Down is? Guardians of the Galaxy and Slither are some of my favorite works from him personally. I mean, I wasn't too fond of Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I thought the jokes were a little too frequent in there, and then there was just no time for a good moment to blossom fully because another joke had to be thrown in there for the Marvel formula. That's not the case here. Emotional moments hold out as long as they need to, and all the jokes work here for everyone's character. Yeah, it's a comedy, definitely. I mean, look at how all these fucking people are dressed. But that doesn't mean there isn't any tension or heartfelt moments. I'm also glad they decided to take a chance and introduce some more weird heroes and villains we never thought we would have seen on the big screen before. I mean, Polka Dot Man, Weasel, Arm Fall Off Boy, Pete Davidson. It's a nice mix from having like 20 different Batmans that we've had in like the last 10 years. So very exciting because maybe in the next film they can add even more obscure heroes and villains like a Dog Welder and Bueno Excelente. Those are heroes, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the real heroes. Alright, I'm gonna spoil a lot of the movie for the rest of the video, so if you don't want to be spoiled, just know that this movie's a 9 out of 10 for me. That's about all you need to know. Go watch it. Alright, now for spoilers. So, Bloodsport is literally just Deadshot. Right off the bat, almost verbatim the exact same character. While I enjoyed seeing Will Smith kill Batman, something I never thought I would have seen in my entire lifetime, I just couldn't believe him as Deadshot in the end. I just saw Will Smith. It's kind of like throwing The Rock in a role. It's just like at the end of the day, they're kind of just themselves. And that's not to say Will Smith isn't a great actor. I mean, he's had a plethora of great performances in the past. I just think James Gunn's writing and directing along with Idris Elba's performance really helped to make Bloodsport's transition from a piece of shit deadbeat father to a likable and fun character a lot better and smoother. So in the end, Bloodsport was a big improvement from Deadshot in the last film. Also, his costume is more badass in my opinion. Amanda Waller's character is everything I wanted her to be in the first film. She's even more heartless, screams, swears a bunch, and has this "I've done this shit for too long" expression on her face a lot. So great improvement on that. Wish there were more scenes with her. John Cena. Peacemaker was incredible. I think almost every scene he's in had me and my friends dying of laughter. He's basically if Captain America had absolutely no fucking morals, and it's hilarious. No complaints here at all. I'm really excited for the show coming soon. King Shark. So I was kind of iffy on King Shark's design at first. I thought it was a little too cutesy, but I mean, after watching the entire film, like totally makes sense and fits with the tone. Every time you see him on screen, you just wonder what the hell he's gonna do next. Also, the way he runs is beautiful. Polka Dot Man was great, so it was very sad to see him die, I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, as soon as you see a character having a good time, and then it cuts to a still wide shot of them, you know they're gonna die. The Thinker was great, also awful at the same time. Once again, I'm just really glad they're using all these obscure villains for the most part. Not to say that King Shark and the Thinker are really obscure villains. I mean, they're pretty well known, especially in the Flash universe, but it's just more along the lines of bringing it to a bigger audience, and especially on film with a bigger budget. And that's what kind of leads me to the film with the deaths, and when every character dies. Like, the film actually made me genuinely care about all these characters, even though they're supposed to be written as pieces of shit, which is something I could definitely not say about the last Suicide Squad. I mean, I cared when Rick Flag died. Maybe I'm biased because I like Joel Kidman as an actor, but in this movie, he gets so much more needed screen time where he gets to be a hero, like a genuine hero this time as well. And sadly for him trying to do what's right, he gets killed off for it. No one feels like they overstayed their welcome. Though I was a little sad that Michael Rooker and so many other characters died in the beginning before we could even see anything with them. But I think that kind of sets the tone of the movie up perfectly, because then you just watch the beginning, half the cast dies, and then just honestly, the entirety of the rest of the movie, you're just waiting for any character to drop at any second. The tension's very high, and that's exactly what the Suicide Squad needs to have. Though it was pretty sad to see Captain Boomerang go. And of course, we lost our greatest soldier, Weasel. Also, Millen was pretty cool. So, in the end, would I recommend this movie? Yes. I mean, if you're a comic book fan, you probably already watched it already, but anyone who is looking for a great action comedy, this is right up your alley. Not to mention, I didn't really talk about the visuals. A lot of the visuals have been stuck in my head because of how creative they were. Not to mention the CGI on Weasel, King Shark, and Starro looked phenomenal, especially with the lighting and the textures of them. There's not many glaring issues I have with this film, aside from maybe some things with the characters, the way they were handled with deaths, and then honestly just some of the minor nitpicks. And with that being said, I give the Suicide Squad a 9 out of 10. Would have been a 10 out of 10 if Weasel survived, but Oh my fucking god, he's alive!